Welcome back. We're going to now switch gears into sentiment analysis. One of the things that you might want to analyze when you're taking a look at tweets, especially if you're taking a look at tweets at geographical areas or about a person, is the overall sentiment of those tweets. Are they happy or sad, or is there some sort of anger involved in those tweets? It's not a perfect science. We're going to be using the NRC library. The NRC has about 14,000, I want to say, different words that they bend into 10 different categories to include positive, negative, anger, what have you. There are other libraries besides NRC that you can use. It's just I've been using NRC, and that's the one I'm going to continue to use for now until I explore the other ones. So we're going to use a different data set. I'm going to pull down the top 500 tweets with the word puppy inside of them, and we're going to see what Twitter thinks of the word puppy. I've already done this scrape because it can take a little bit of time for the top 500 tweets. Just like when we were trying to build the word clouds and explore the words a little bit in previous lectures, we have to clean up the data a little bit. We got to get rid of the URLs, the emojis, different things like that. So we're going to go ahead and clean the data very quickly. It's a very quick operation to clean it. Some of this other stuff I'm going to show you in just a minute can take a little while. Now, opposed to the previous cleaning, I didn't take out, like when we were doing General Nicholson, I didn't take out General Nicholson, so that was always the top word, and it didn't make very much sense. So for this one, I'm actually taking the word puppy out of the corpus because we know that puppy is going to be in there somewhere. Now, we have our term document matrix. It's our matrix of words. It's a very sparse matrix, not very useful for plotting right now, but what we do have is we can make a quick word cloud of just the 15 top words, just to give you a feeling of what kind of words are going to show up. You can also take a look at the top. Here's just the top six words using the head command. So thing is a top word. So if you were doing real analysis on this, you might actually want to suppress that. Dog is not really very helpful. Like might be helpful for you. It depends on what kind of analysis you're doing. And you could take a look at the word cloud. But that's not what we're doing here. What we're going to do is actual sentiment. Now, this is the command to get the sentiment and bin all those words that you have in your corpus in those 10 different categories. I'm not going to run that because depending on how many words you have, this can take 2 to 3 minutes. It could take a very long time. But I'm going to show you what comes from that sentiment analysis. So you notice here that you got trust, joy, anticipation, positive, negative. That's really interesting. And what I thought was really interesting here was you do have instances of anger, disgust, sadness. Now, again, this is why you have to take this with a grain of salt, because you might have a tweet that says, I am so happy I'm crying to get my new puppy. We know, because we can understand the vernacular, that actually means joy, but crying probably got lumped into sadness. So take this with a grain of salt. Don't do any thorough analysis on this and present it to leadership as the gospel. Just know that there is inherent pitfalls in this procedure. If you join us for the next video, we're going to talk about using emojis for sentiment analysis.